Yay, new set. Verdict is... Let's see what the panellists have got to say. Hello, everyone. The broadcast students have got their annual filming project to do. That's why we're bumping in around at Bid's here. Hello, sir. Where do you sit tonight? Over there? Okay, all right. Well, that's a change for you, isn't it? First letter tonight is... Have you seen the letters tonight, Bid?
I have.
He has. He said you can't hear him, but I can hear him because he's not mic'd up yet. Okay. How much will it take to unravel all the bad that is being inflicted on the impressionable young of the next generation? Philosophical question to start off with. That's why we've got Bid on the panel tonight. And I'm over there because we've got a different set. I'm over here. And everyone's going like that. Who's that? Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, second letter tonight. We don't want to vote for people who we don't believe, so why should we bother enrolling and be part of all the lies and deception? Well, that's not how it plays out, really, is it? I mean, you've got to be part of it, I think, but we'll chat about it shortly. And the last letter tonight, this really gorgeous young man making me feel like I was attractive in 2020 again, despite me being 47, came back into my life. How? Through the daughter. Not good. Does she open her mouth? We'll see what the panellists have got to say. I'll be back with Bid and the rest of the crew very shortly. Okay, don't go away. Sweet and sour.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour. It's time for
What a beautiful set we have tonight. Welcome to Sweet and Sour, everyone. Gary Mitchell with you for the next half hour in this wonderful room. The kids didn't like those things, but they're the only thing that say sweet and sour. And I said, put them back up just for continuity. Branding. Jono's here. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you going, Mitch?
Oh, you're on the campaign trail. How's it going? How's it going? Look at the colours you're wearing tonight.
Indeed, yes. And this time round, we're happy to be wearing these colours. Last time it was any other colour. We're pink, orange last time. Now we're fully red.
Oh, very interesting campaign.
Yes,
very interesting
yes.
campaign.
Big swings on the way. Big change, perhaps.
Big change?
in
Big
Australian
swings?
politics coming up on July the 2nd.
Wow, good luck to everybody. Hello, Luke. Do you know who you're voting for yet? Or are you still
No,
going to...
I don't know yet.
Good.
Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm keeping my
one of the swinging voters.
cards close to my chest. I'm swinging something. No, I'm not. I'm not really. Just a swing.
Card key? No, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Welcome to the
Hi.
show. Hello, Suzie. Have you worked out who you're voting for yet?
No, but I have been thinking about doing Vote Compass. In fact, I have a pretty good...
I did Vote Compass.
Did you? And
yes.
I am a bit of a swinger. And I have a bit of pampas
I've been
grass
told, actually.
in the front of our house, pampas grass.
What
And
have you
that
got?
was the thing in
You've
the
got-
60s. You had pampas grass in the front of your house, and that meant you were a swinger. In the 70s.
Oh.
And now it's actually...
How do you know that?
Oh, well, we had, when I was growing up, we had pampas grass.
Pampas grass?
I asked my parents, they denied it, but hey. that was fine.
I had all the pampas grass taken out of my...
Well, it's illegal now.
It's a
It's
shop.
a noxious weed. But had pampas grass in the 70s, that meant you were a swinger. So the story
Bid,
goes.
have you ever had pampas grass?
I've had a lot of things, Gary. not recently. No,
Pampas and otherwise.
I did, but I didn't inhale. Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Here we go, folks. Letter 1, Mitch. So this Queenslander, Ken Ham, do you know who Ken Ham is?
Look, I didn't, but I do now.
Okay, has made it big in Bible Belt America and is building a $100 million Noah's Ark. Am I the only one who thinks this is economic obscenity in God's name? I can only imagine the amount of good that could be done with $100 million. But there we have it, a deranged madman. Really? Having his unbalanced prejudices reinforced by ignorances of the isolated Christian fundamentalist mindset flourishing in the deep south of the USA. Oh, wow. Not a generalisation? Well, we'll see what the panel have got to say in a minute. I look at this fool building this monument as I see it to himself and his tarnished deity. It's not only a question of how much good could come out of the money, it's also a question of how much will it take to unravel all the bad that is being inflicted on the impressionable young of the next generation. Panel, just how do we stop these idiots inflicting their brand of ignorance on society? And how do we ensure the money goes instead to worthwhile causes? And it comes to us from Marta of Carlton in Victoria. Suzie, you're first up on that.
Well, I love coming on this show when I actually learn something.
What did you learn?
Marta, I actually Googled Mr. Ham. I hadn't heard about him. Now, I just want to quote here. He described the Ark as one big gospel museum. And, quote, the Ark encounter will present an evangelical yet entertaining gospel message, and that the project is really about evangelism to the unchurched. Anyway, while I'm not a creationist, I believe that the Christian fundamentalist movement in the US is enormous and takes out a huge chunk of America and you know, is part of what we're seeing in the voting of their election caucuses.
Having his unbalanced prejudices reinforced by the ignorance of the isolated Christian fundamentalists flourishing.
It's not isolated.
We have it here.
It is, and it's not isolated. Look, I don't think he is doing anything that's harmful. If we're talking about a deranged madman in America spending billions of dollars, I mean, look no further than Trump. You know, and essentially, I think if you look at how many billions of dollars are spent on the presidential campaign, that is disgusting. This guy is marketing to a certain area. He's not doing anything, I think, that's harming anyone. And you know, I listened to the election debate
Blurbs
last night,
yep.
And you think they're talking about, you know, we need innovative, we need jobs and growth. You know, why doesn't he come and build a bloody Ark in the middle of Australia? Get tourist dollars there.
Would you like a Ark in the middle of Australia?
Not really, but I just think Marta is a really cool name for somebody talking about religious stuff that she clearly doesn't understand. I mean, what are you, Noah's Ark? I mean, I'll declare my bias up front. I believe in a creator, but I'm not a Christian. I follow a Native American religion, so I'm not comfortable saying whether the Christian God would find Ham's Ark an obscenity or an actual ultra-faithful observance. I don't think the guy is unbalanced, prejudiced or ignorant. I don't think he's inflicting anything on society that society doesn't want. I don't think he's doing any harm at all. That said, would I personally spend that amount of money on those things? To coin a phrase, hell no. I would do other things with the money, but it's
pluralistic society.
His dough, his show, leave it alone.
Jono.
Yeah, Martina, I think you need to give it up for Ken Ham because we famously had a Prime Minister here who said the great moral challenge of our time is climate change, and Ken Ham is getting ready for the climate change that's coming. He's building the Ark to save the world and the universe. So give it up, Marta, for Ken Ham, because he's dealing with the greatest moral challenge of our time.
Have you got your ticket booked on the Ark?
No, I haven't, Gary.
Are you
I'm
likely?
not going to be anywhere near Ken Ham. But I don't necessarily think he's a deranged madman either. I think he has his, you know, beliefs. But to be spending that amount of money, I think, is obscene on something like that. I do. I just think there's
his money.
other
He can do what he
things
likes with it. Though. What can you do?
It's his choice. I know, but I just think
there are better things to do.
Though, when you're looking at presidential campaign, when
Oh,
they're spending
gosh,
hundreds of billions, like one guy has actually donated $43 million.
Yeah.
To what?
To Clinton's. I mean,
Might
really.
kickstart their economy. That's about the only
But that's
decent thing.
ridiculous.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about the elections and whether people have the
Yes.
right to opt out of them or not.
Yes.
Don't go away. More of Sweet and Sour with a wonderful lineup of panellists tonight. See you soon.
Getting in touch with Sweet and Sour is easy. Just head to sweetandsour.net.au to send us a letter. And while you're there, why not check out our past episodes? Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And for a behind-the-scenes look at Sweet and Sour, check us out on Instagram.
She probably did. You don't know what we're talking about. And for every letter writer that sends in to us and we discuss, we're going to send it to the movies courtesy of Natalie Cameron and NRC Communications. You two, I know what you're talking about. And the movie we're sending you to this week has got nothing to do with Botox. Thank you very much. It's Queen of the Desert, starring Jono.
Nicole Kidman.
There you go.
Well, it has a lot to do with Botox.
God, you're torrid. Doesn't move.
Doesn't matter. Dear Mitch and panel, I'm 19 And my friends and I don't want to enrol to vote. We don't want to vote for people we don't believe. So why should we enrol to be part of all the lies and deception? At uni, we're always being yelled at by groups of political students wanting us to stir up and get active. Well, I just don't want to, and neither do my friends. Life has more to offer than politics, and I have the right not to vote and not to enrol to vote and to opt out. It would be a better place if we didn't have politics and we didn't have elections. How can we get rid of them? Luke of Athol Park in South Australia. What planet are they living on in South Australia? Jono?
Yes, yeah, look, Luke, clearly you're very uninformed and untravelled. I think you should Untravelled. I think you should travel to some of the cultures in the world and some of the countries that have dictatorships and terrorism, and then tell me how much you like it without elections. Also, the other thing is, certainly you have to enrol to vote, but if you wish, you can go to the election on election day, mark off your name and put your empty ballot paper in the box. But that'll be an uninformed person doing that. If we want the great democracy we live in, make sure we continue having people that focus on health education. That's pivotal to our lifestyle. Then I suggest you get informed and vote and make your vote counted.
I don't know whether it's an uninformed vote that does that puts a donkey vote. At least they've enrolled and they say, this is my formal I don't like anybody vote.
Well, yeah, but then they don't have the right to criticise.
Yes, they do. They're enrolled.
Well, they're enrolled, but if they don't, they don't use their democratic right to mark down that ballot paper, they don't have a right to criticise who's elected to represent them. And this country.
Didn't like anybody enough to vote.
Well, there you go. They don't have the right to criticise then.
I don't know whether that's true. Where do you sit, Lou, on this one?
Oh, I think everybody should vote. I think it's just something that we should all do. And
price of democracy is eternal vigilance.
Informed.
Yeah.
Price of democracy is
eternal vigilance.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we do diminish ourselves, our society.
It's just a cop-out. I don't even know, because actually it's not compulsory to vote in America, is it?
No. No.
Oh, or the UK, I didn't know that. Well,
but I don't like that system at all.
I don't either,
you get the right result when
old-fashioned
everybody has their hand up and their say. Otherwise, you disenfranchise groups.
Yeah.
The resources go this way rather than the people who need it most.
Yeah.
All things being equal, by all means, have a, whether you want to vote or not. But all things are not equal in society. You know where I stand in this. All right, Suzie.
Well, look, I agree with John. First of all, I think Luke, you're a bit of a dick. Essentially, how old are you? You're at
He's
university.
19.
But I mean, how old is your brain? How old are you?
He wants to be 8
you need
and not
to
engaged.
grow up. You have the ability to go to university, so you're not stupid. You get to university and then you go, oh, I don't want to vote, I don't want to have anything to do with this. That is just bullshit. I mean, I think that it's wrong that you don't actually try and get involved. Now, I agree with Garrett. You can actually go and do a donkey vote, but, the essential thing is there are people fighting in their countries to have the right to vote, fighting
and dying for it.
And you said, oh, there's more to life about politics.
Risking life and limb.
So if you don't vote and there isn't a democracy, look at the alternatives. So my point is that you live in a democracy, and that means you have a say of who runs your government and your life and the rules around it, and also how the country's run. If you don't vote, don't complain and don't whinge. And democracy only works if you involve yourself. And so I would suggest go on Facebook, read a newspaper, and also do the ABC site, which is
called. I've forgotten too.
Oh God, the vote compass. Vote compass, and that might help you think. But of course, you've missed the enrolment date anyway now, so you can't vote. I really hope that you enrol for future elections.
He will. He's only 19, I think. Bid, how do you feel?
Oh, look, I couldn't agree less with John and Suzie. Luke, you're an absolute ripper. I've been making this case for 40 years. How can compulsory voting be democratic? It simply can't be. It's your democratic right not to vote for these bozos. It's not a donkey vote at all. Mark Twain said politicians should be changed often like nappies and for pretty much the same reason. I
agree with that,
I accept what Suzie and John say about people fighting and dying for the vote, but just transport yourself to America, okay? Imagine waking up one morning and your choices are Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. Pure ego versus pure evil. You'd fair income shoot yourself.
Okay.
So I say good on you.
That's the leader of the free world, though. I mean, surely the leader of the free world, the most powerful
We
country
should get
in
a
the
vote.
world, should actually the people should be engaged to vote. Absolutely should be engaged.
We
to
should
vote.
get a vote on that one if he's the leader of the free world and we include ourselves in the free road.
Or her.
Look, that's right.
Or her.
Goodness me. But, you know, there is no right in Australia not to enrol.
That's correct.
We're part of the body
How can that be
you
democratic?
have to enrol.
How
You have the
can
right
that be democratic?
not to mark your ballot paper.
You can just put an empty ballot paper.
Yeah, look, I'm 63. I've only ever filled a correct ballot form twice because there were two occasions where I believed in someone enough. And I'm not an uninformed person. I was a journalist for 28 years.
And I really get that because I have always, well, where I live now is there's only going to be one winner. Okay, we live in Julia.
That's the
Mission's seat.
system.
It's only one winner.
But you
So it
can't
wouldn't matter.
change the system.
No, and I'm fine
Unless
about that.
you
It's where I
enrol.
live. It's where I live. Now, you know, I think that's the thing. And so sometimes you put a random in.
Time's up. Says time's up. We've got to go to an ad break. We're going to yell and scream amongst ourselves during the ad break. When we come back, we're talking about a one-night stand a little while ago that's come back to bite her. Well, she wishes, I suppose. When we come back, sweet and sour, don't go away. See you soon.
That's more my area.
I just.
Yeah, whether it's sweet or sour, we have ways of making you talk.
Time for sweet and sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour. We can't do that. Welcome back to Sweet and Sour. Last letter for the evening. Got the Quinella. Dear panel, it was just a combination of me being single again, letting my hair done, everyone having a little bit down, letting my hair done, everyone having a little bit too much bubbly, celebrating a wedding, and this really gorgeous young man making me feel like I was attractive and 20 again, despite me being 47. It was a one-night fling. Made me feel fantastic, and I never saw the hunk who seduced me in the hotel room after the reception again. Until that is, drum roll, my daughter brought him home and introduced her new boyfriend. It was evident he had no recollection of ever meeting me previously, and that wedding was more than 3 years ago, but it was him down to his unique tattoos on his arms and elsewhere. Well, my daughter and he have been going out for over a year now, and she's talking about her boyfriend as the man she wants to be the father of her children. In a close moment, she told me that he still likes his space and loves going out socially, either with his mates or on his own. Leopards don't change their spots, do they? She's not entirely sure he's faithful, but says she has to trust him. So now you can see my issue. Do I say anything to my daughter or not? Do I say something instead to him to see if he runs a mile? Is this one of those situations where honesty is the best policy? Angela of Glendalough in WA writes to us, Bid, what do? Do you keep your mouth shut forever and a day, or let things unfold?
They say the truth will set you free. I think it's pretty hard to see how this truth is going to set anyone free. Who will it help to talk about it now after all this time? You, it was a fling, you got flung, you moved on, no harm, no foul. Him, he doesn't even remember it.
Are you sure though?
And it sounds like drink had been taken when the fling happened. Your daughter, imagine trying to explain that. I mean, she's got to get through her head his thing, flinging her mum. It's not an image she wants in her head every night. But there is one conversation I think you need to have, and that's just a concerned mum to a trusting daughter. And that is, what the heck is with a bloke who's you're not entirely sure he's faithful? Have that conversation and leave the affair 4 years back.
For you to leave the affair. What do you mean, are you sure?
Well, look, when I first read this, I thought, oh yeah, I agreed totally. But just when you read it then, it said it was evident he had no recollection. Are you sure? Or was he
He's a
in
young
shock?
bloke.
Was he in shock?
He's a young bloke. He's obviously
He flung, using his words, he flung an old woman. They would remember. So
hang on. That depends on how many old women he's flung.
Well, exactly. But he's flung an old woman. Well,
It's an older woman.
Oh, well,
It's not that old.
It's very young.
And after a party and a few drinks, 47 looks 19.
You know, obviously he has anyway, whatever. But I'm just wondering whether he probably does remember you and is actually trying to work it out. Do you not think so? I think so. So
Nah.
I would actually say I would
Alcohol affected
have
and
a
he scarpered before she woke up in the morning and he got his senses together.
I actually think, but I agree.
But what do you do?
Well, I actually
you
think
speak or-
maybe she speaks to him
And make him
and
run.
says something.
What happens if he doesn't run?
Well, then you just
Then she's harbouring a secret from her daughter
Well, the thing
with
is,
him.
I sort of think that secrets are a bit like smells in the pantry. You know, it smells. You do all this spray, candles, whatever. Can't get rid of the smell.
it's
And
still
then you
there.
find the rotten potato,
Yeah.
and you'll find
Elephant in
it
the
3
room.
months down the track. It will come out. If it's
will.
him, it will come out. When they have a fight, when they separate, when he goes off and leaves her daughter for some older woman, whatever. He's plugging everywhere.
She's allowed to make her mistakes though, the daughter.
Yeah, but I don't think Ange has done anything wrong. She had a fling,
Yeah.
a one
But
night
if you
stand when
say
she
to
divorced.
your
I bet she
daughter-
lost lots of weight.
If you
and
say
we
to-
both did.
If you say to your daughter that the man that you're in love with is an absolute so-and-so...
He's not though. Why
You're
is
going
he
to
a
say, I've had a fling with him.
No, I'm not
how's
going
the
to tell.
daughter going to
I'm
react?
not going to tell. I would first of all.
You know,
is she
there's
sure?
a saying,
Is she sure?
the messenger gets shot.
Well, of course.
She's the
Do
messenger.
you know what? In a
but
big
more than
fight,
that,
it's going to come out.
what do you do?
Angela made a big mistake. She should have nipped it in the bud straight away.
She did. That was her problem.
It's a year down the
I
track.
know.
Yeah, she did. 3 years ago. No, but surely she should have brought this up straight away
She
to
should
the
have
daughter.
gone to him.
And
I
or
think, not
to
the
him.
daughter. Yeah, I reckon go to him.
Go to him?
Or no.
He's
or
not
go to-
part of the family.
No, but before the daughter fell in love with him, and then just go to her and go, oh my goodness.
You remember right when I left your
there was a
father?
big, yeah,
I
there
had
was a
fling.
big
I was flung by
mistake there, and that was him. Surely, her daughter was old enough to know that, isn't she?
Surely.
You know, to get it out, it's too far down the track.
It's going to be
What's she
hard
gonna
for a
do?
while.
I agree.
It's going to ruin a few relationships.
Because then the daughter now is going to go, why didn't you tell me this a year ago?
Jono,
Blah,
last
blah,
word.
blah.
Yeah, look, Angela, I always believe in looking on the bright side of life. And with this, you've done the very unique experience I don't think too many people have had the opportunity to have, and that is road tested your future son-in-law. Fantastic opportunity. As you say, just like I said,
Nicely phrased.
He is fantastic. Your own words. Let your daughter have a fantastic experience as well. He was younger. People do mature. Maybe he's ready to settle down as well. And I think one night is one night. Let's not destroy multiple lives over just one
Do you
night.
like
and
this
a
letter?
fantastic night at all.
Do you like this letter to give away the pair of limited edition
I do. I
sunnies?
think Angela needs to blind herself from this night, and I think the glasses will help to blind that memory. That's what you need, blind the memory.
Do you like this one, or do you like the young bloke who
it's
didn't want to vote? Or
alright.
did you like the...
Oh, it's
I don't even
alright.
remember the first one.
Noah's
Oh,
Ark.
yes, I do. Martyr.
Noah's Ark.
The-
Martyr,
Noah's
yeah.
Ark. Which
I
one do you
know.
like?
Martyr Fata. Sorry.
How long, Mother?
Ange. I feel sorry for Ange.
Angela, letter 3.
I feel sorry for Ange.
One night stand, no good.
I think we should fling the glasses.
Fling the glasses to the lady who's had a fling.
All the protection she can get.
Yeah. Yes.
Coming out to Angela of Glendalough and WA, yes, postage. We do that. Jono,
Thank you.
come back next week.
Oh,
I
well,
like
you
this
may,
panel.
You may just well see me. Very busy time, but I'll make the time.
Campaign time.
Yes.
Will you come back next week?
Oh, yeah, okay.
You
I'll
know-
come back next week. Yeah,
Who do-
love to.
All right, but I'll get you to sit
Okay.
there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
Can you sit
I'll over
there if you come back next week?
I'm sorry, I only sit on this side. No,
She's
yes,
not
I'd
coming.
love to
She's
come
the
back.
only one not coming in
Yeah,
next
okay.
week. Bid,
I'm sleeping here.
thank all of our wonderful panellists, and we'll see them all again next week. Thank our terrific crew, and thanks for having us at home tonight, Australia. Good night, everybody. We're going to chat about the election now and see what's really going on, because, you know, a couple on the panel, they're actually in. But, you know, just fade off, and can we bring it down now and we'll just chat about ourselves?
I'm just curious, who were the two that
That-
you voted